Family, welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Sorry if I sound like crap, but it's been one hell of a last 2 days. Get back from Seattle, and my bags are missing. They're delayed, and they're somewhere in St. Louis. Hopefully, I get them back sometime this week. And my allergies have been acting up for the last 3 days, so uh, yeah, I don't know if you've ever got a sinus infection, but it feels like I've been drinking alcohol straight for the last 3 days, even though I haven't. But I feel that way, and all it does is takes a lot of energy from you, makes you just want to sleep. So, um, but anyways, that's neither here or there. I'm just letting you know why this is why I sound the way I am, and we'll see how things go. Life is life, and we're gonna keep on lifing. So, um, anyways, today's word of the day is concrescence. Stands for the growing together of related parts. Um, I chose this word today because as I'm getting older, and usually when other people get older, um, you're supposed to be growing, and if you're not growing, you're just basically stagnating. And I myself have been very guilty of this. But I've learned in the last couple of years, and really the pandemic put the nail in the head on a lot of things in life. I think for most people it did, is that um, always supposed to be growing and have growing parts around you, and so that you can come together and be a powerful force, put puzzles together, and then you move on to the next puzzle. That's the purpose of puzzles. That's the purpose of life. But when you're constantly surrounded by people that are stuck in their ways, I won't say lost in their ways, stuck in their ways, you got to grow. And every time I take a trip, it reminds me that, hey, I was meant to do great things. I was meant to continuously grow. I was meant to meet various different amounts of people. I'm not meant for the basic DMV stuff. And if you're from the DMV, you know what I'm talking about. Most people just, and I think it's like this in every area, but from where I come from, it's a lot of people dwell on what they did when they were in a certain sector in life. They dwell on their education. They dwell on how much money they make and how much fancy stuff they have. Or they dwell on just looking cute on social media. And I think life needs to be way bigger than that. Life was always meant to be bigger than that. There was life before social media. There was life before fancy cars. There was life before fancy houses. And I'm not knocking people having nice things. My thing that I like to do that's quote unquote fancy is I like to get on the airplane and go someplace. Get off the coast that I live in. Because where I reside at now, there's nothing left for me to do except pay bills and die. So that's just what it is. There's no other mountains to conquer. So that's why it's like if you don't have a let's get the investment mindset going, business mindset going, let's meet other people, let's network, then you kind of wasting my time in this life right now. All right. And I advise and implore everybody who has the mindset of I have a go-getter mindset. There's things I want to do. Life doesn't stop for me at age 30. Peak mindset people. That's who you need to be around, because it makes it very easier for you to become stagnated. Because life is in a sense like high school. A guy I always talk about, used to work with. He says we don't evolve past high school because we all want to be a part of something, part of cliques. And me personally, I've tried that. It never works. I got to be who I am. I implore you all to be who you are. And I think that's the one thing I appreciated the most going to Portland and Seattle. And it's like any other major city in America, has good parts and bad parts. You cannot show me a major city in the United States of America that does not have a bad neighborhood or a bad area. It doesn't exist. It never has and never will. But the media will tell you that this one area is perfect and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, but it's cool to be different there. It's cool to be quote unquote weird, eccentric. I like cities like that. I like places that have that kind of energy. That's what Seattle has. That's what Portland has. That's what the Bay Area has. That's what LA has. That's what Vegas has. So I like that kind of energy. Okay. Phoenix, same thing. Houston, New Orleans, same thing. Atlanta, Miami. So I like places that have that energy of, hey, it's cool to be different. It's cool to be you. It's cool to stand out. You don't have to be so dressed left, right, left. And that's what I admire about the Pacific Northwest. I haven't been there since 2019. So the fact that 2024, because I wasn't going to dare. I went to Los Angeles during the pandemic. It was not fun. So going any place, spending money to go any place else that was closed didn't make sense. So that's why I went to Houston so much, because I know people there and it was open. So the area that I lived in was closed. Houston was open. So I was like, I'm going to Houston. Atlanta was open. So, but at the end of the day, this has turned into a rant instead of just my normal short word of the day and quote of the day. But, I've always been passionate about standing out and being around people who like to stand out. That's the kind of energy that I like to be around, and I always have and always will. So I leave it at that. I love to be around that kind of energy. People who are just about being who they are and making moves. Today's quote of the day is by Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. Oh no, matter of fact, this isn't Nipsey Hussle. This is a Dr. Dre quote. Yeah. He said, "So if money is the root, I want the whole damn tree." And that's just what it is. Honesty. Whether you like it or not, I can vibe with that energy. Because like I always say, honesty is the best message, whether you like it or not. I always respect people who just let me know who they are, because like I always say, we live in such a fake world and a fake planet that as far as people go, that it's hard to figure out who's who. So on that note, do the great 3 things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great night. Make money moves. Or going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care.